everybody, that's enough of that. Different setup today on this NBC Game of the Week. I do have a prior commitment on Saturday, so I'm recording this on Friday after work. I will do it as a premiere so that you guys can come in and chat and whatnot. I may be able to check on the chat. I may not. I don't know. I'm going to be gone just about the whole day on Saturday. So this is the alternative. There's really no pennant race in the 1986 replay anymore. So rather than dive into the NLCS right away, or the ALCS and NLCS right away, I decided to do one more game of the NBC Game of the Week. Regular season style, and the Saturday games that I picked out, there weren't a whole lot to choose from that were decent, but I went ahead with this one, which is the Pirates and the Cubs from Wrigley Field. I am trying a new setup since my printer also died the other day, so I'm getting a new printer, but I haven't gotten it yet, so I won't have it in time for this game, so I'm not able to print out the lineups and the base runners and all that stuff like I normally do. So this time I'm going to have to kind of borrow a page from RJL's book and actually use the player cards as base runners. So that's why I have out this elongated board, and we'll see how it plays out. Now, since I couldn't print out a line score, I had to use the top portion of the Replay Baseball score sheet, so it's kind of small, but there it is. There's a line score, and then the rest of the score sheet, I've got it all right here with the players all filled in. Okay, let's look at the starting lineups, or starting pitchers rather, for today's game. This is at Wrigley Field. For the Cubs, it's going to be left-hander Jamie Moyer, and for the Pittsburgh Pirates, it is Rick Rhoden. And in case you're curious about the field, this is an old classic baseball game that I bought a long time ago. It was mainly to collect the cards, thinking they were going to be worth something, and pretty much they weren't. But there you go, I got this board, so I might as well make use of it. Trying to figure out a good place to put the stadium. I guess I'll just leave it there. Moyer is your starting pitcher for the Cubs. Let's look at the starting lineup for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's going to be Barry Bonds in center, Mike Brown in right, Johnny Ray at second, Jim Morrison at third, Mike Diaz in left, Tony Pena catching, Sid Bream at first, Rafael Belliard at short, and Rick Rhoden on the mound for the Pirates. A lot of guys on the bench for the Pirates. They have Billy Allman, Bobby Bonilla, Benny DiStefano, Sammy Khalifa, some guy named Ruben Rodriguez that I've never heard of, Rich Renteria, Junior Ortiz, R.J. Reynolds, and U.L. Washington. Those are all the bench players available for the Pirates. In the bullpen, Pat Clements, Barry Jones, Ray Krawczyk, Larry McWilliams, Hippolino Pena, John Smiley, Don Robinson, Jim Wynn, and Bob Walk. So those are all the guys that are available for the Pirates. For the Cubbies, leading off will be center fielder Chico Walker, followed by Ryan Sandberg at second, Rafael Palmeiro in right, Keith Moreland doing the catching, Leon Durham at first, Gary Matthews in left, Manny Trio at third, Sean Dunston at short, and Jamie Moyer on the mound. Bench players for the Cubs, and they have plenty. Thad Bosley, Ron Say, Jody Davis, Brian Dayette, Bob Dernier, Terry Francona, some guy named Mike Martin, Dave Martinez, Chris Spire, and Jerry Mumphrey. In the bullpen, they have Jay Baller, Ron Davis, who they came over from Minnesota, Frank Tapino, who they got in the Davey Lopes trade with Houston, Drew Hall, Dave Gumpert, Guy Hoffman, Scott Sanderson, Lee Smith, and Steve Trout. So there's all the active players for this game. And I think we're just about ready to get this thing underway. As soon as I get this thing to quit ringing over here. All right. We got our blue and white dice for the Cubs since they are the home team. And we're going to have Barry Bonds lead things off. Barry Bonds, let me check make sure everything's showing up on camera. I think it is. Like I said, this is an unorthodox little way for me to do this, so hopefully it's going to turn out okay. We shall see how it plays out. And we're ready to roll. Barry Bonds leads it off here against Jamie Moyer. This game was played on, I believe it was September the 20th. I believe that was the Saturday that this was played on. Next Saturday, hopefully have the printer going again and have all the accoutrements at my disposal. And we'll have to see if we do one more, may do one more regular season game and then just take it into the playoffs at that point. We'll wait and see. Right now, Barry Bonds against Jamie Moyer. 1-5 for Moyer, and that's a straight-up home run. The very first pitch is a straight-up home run chance. Against lefties, Bonds is a 10. That's an 11. He just missed it. So had he been facing a righty, that would have been a home run. But it's only a 10. The stadium doesn't add anything. You would think Wrigley might give an extra home run, but they do not. So Barry Bonds will get the swing, though. And we get a 4-3, and that is a ground ball to third. One down. Now, I don't have my little out thing here, so I'll just have to tell you it's one out. Can't have everything when I don't have all my stuff with me. So it's one out for Mike Brown. And he's in there most likely because of the lefty. 2-1's a strikeout chance, and that's a 1, so Brown is gone. 2 down pretty quickly. And that brings up Johnny Ray. Johnny Ray. (4-4). That's the ballpark card. So I'm going to bring in Wrigley Field a little bit closer. 4-4. Took us to the ballpark cards. Now we go to Wrigley Field. That's a 4-6, and that's a home run to the pull side. He's a switch hitter batting right-handed against the lefty, so it's to left field. That's the left field. However, against the lefty, his home run total is only a 2. That is a 2, though. So Johnny Ray, kaboom. Johnny Ray, courtesy of Wrigley Field, he will get the home run. And the Pirates lead it 1-0. Say hey for Johnny Ray. He needed a 1 or a 2, and he got it. So how about that, Jamie Moyer? Kind of chagrined about that one, but too late to worry about now. It's 1-0 Buccos. 3-1's a strikeout chance. 18 is too high for Jim Morrison. 1-1's a single to right field for Jim Morrison, so he singles to right field. And that's my first chance to use a base runner, a la RJL. So Jim Morrison is on. And let's see, his attempt is a 3. So 1, he does have a chance to steal. It would be an 11. Plus 1 from Moyer makes it a 12. Catcher arm is Keith Moreland. He's a 0. So it'd be a 1-12. They might as well do it with 2 outs. So 1-12, they're going to send Jim Morrison. And he is out. So Jim Morrison caught stealing. Diaz will have to lead off the next inning. But a caught stealing. It's going to go 2-4 as Sandberg puts on the tag. And at the end of half an inning to play, it is the Pirates 1, Cubs coming to bat. And Chico Walker will be the leadoff man for the Cubbies, center fielder. Chico Walker. Chico and the man. Here's Chico. I don't know where the man is. Rick Rhoden. 1-5 for Rhoden's a strikeout. 15 is too high. We go to Walker. 2-5. That's a single to center field for Chico Walker. So Chico Walker gets himself a leadoff single. And we'll see if he can get a jump. His attempt is a 12. Wow, look at that, a 12. He had 15 stolen bases, only played 28 games. So definitely a chance to steal here with a 12. Plus 1 from Rhoden's a 13. Now Pena's arm is a -1, brings it back to a 12. So, first of all, I got to roll for the attempt. I'm sorry. The attempt is a 13. Get ahead of myself here. He does not get the jump, so don't have to worry about it. How about that? Went through all that and didn't even. This new board thing, this thing is just. I'm not in my comfort zone right now because I'm doing something different than I normally do. So, kind of. And I'm trying to get this rushed in before dinner, so probably part of what's going on here. Here's Rick Rhoden. 2-5, strikeout chance, 12 too high for Sandberg, so Sandberg will swing. 3-3 for Sandberg. It's a single past second. And to get from first to third on an S4, Walker runs at a 4. S4 to go to first, third, you just need a 3 or better. Walker has that. He will take third base. And Ryan Sandberg with the base hit, and all of a sudden Rick Rhoden's in trouble. Runners on the corners, nobody out here in the bottom of the first, and a rookie named Rafael Palmeiro steps to the plate. Infield playing for the double play. They want to prevent a big inning if possible. Strategy roll, nothing happening. So here's Palmeiro. Infield is at double play depth. Rhoden, 2-4. That's a walk plus to a lefty. He walks at a 6. The plus makes it a 16, but that's a 17. No walk. Palmeiro will swing. 4-4. It's a ground ball to third, so the chance for a double play possibility. Double play rating here is a 4. Nothing there. They were halfway, makes that a 5. The pivot at second base is Johnny Ray, which is a 0 pivot. So it's a 1-5 for a double play. And it is. So it's going to be a double play. Chico Walker will come in to score. But Palmeiro hits into the 5-4-3 double play to clear the bases. Score is now tied at 1. Obviously no RBI given on a double play. So 2 outs, base is clear now for Keith Moreland. Rhoden tried to minimize the damage. 1-4 is a strikeout chance. 4 got him. So Keith Moreland is gone. And boy, Rick Rhoden did minimize the damage as he took care of business and holds the Cubs to 1 run. We go to the top of the second. 1-1. And now Mike Diaz will lead things off. He was at the plate when Morrison was caught stealing. So Moyer, this could be a slugfest. It's 1-1 already. Moyer 3-2 is a walk chance. 18 is too high. Go to Diaz. 1-3 is a ground ball to third. 1 away. Trio to Durham. 1 down, and that brings up Tony Pena, the catcher. 1-2. That's a walk chance again. 13 again is too high. Go to Pena. 2-1 against a lefty. That's a single pass short. So Tony Pena with a 1-out single. And his attempt is a 2. 20. It's a chance for a balk or a pickoff. 1-6. He's going to balk. 7-12. He picks him off. That's a 9. He gets picked off. Tony Pena picked off first base. Jamie Moyer, good pickoff move. And they caught him napping as Durham puts on the tag. So that's going to clear the bases now with 2 down for Sid Bream. 5-2 possible error chance. 4-5. 4-5 is a question mark 7. We have to negotiate this first, then check for the error. Question mark 7 against the lefty goes up to 1-17. That is a 17. That is a triple for Sid Bream. Now the question is it going to be an error? It went to left field. Gary Matthews' error rating is not good. It is a 14. So if we roll a 14 or higher, it is going to be, 14 or lower, it is going to be an error. And Bream's going to score. It's an 11, so yep, it is an error. So Sid Bream will come around to score. Counted a triple to left, and then an E7 gets the run home. So a huge error there by the Sarge, and the Pirates reclaim the lead 2-1. All this after the double play, after the 2 outs and nobody on thing. But boy, how the tide can change turn real quick. Here's Belliard. 6-2. That's a blank. We go to Belliard. 6-1. Question mark 8 against the lefty. It's only a 1. Much better against righties. Not here though. It's 11, so it's going to be a fly to center. And that's going to end the inning. But the Pirates take a 2-1 lead thanks to the triple by Sid Bream and the E7 on Gary Matthews, the Sarge. All right, here's Leon Durham, the Bull. He will lead things off. 3-3, that's a blank. We go to Durham's card. 1-6, that's a fly to left, 1 away. Durham retired, and now here comes the man that made the error, Gary Matthews. 6-2, strikeout chance, he got him. Matthews is gone, 2 down. Manny Trio, the batter. A lot of guys on the bench, but I really don't want to start using guys, start substituting until at least the 6th inning. I'm trying to stay true to the starting lineups as best I can. 1-2 is a walk chance. He's going to walk him, so Manny Trio with a 2-out walk. And this is when the Pirates did damage with 2 outs, so see if the Cubs can follow suit. Trio's attempt is a 2. It's a 1, so he could steal, but he's got no stolen base chances, so and a -2 there, so no, we're not going to send him, obviously. Roden, 5-1 strikeout chance, 16 is too high. We go to Dunston. 5-5, ground ball to short, and with 2 outs already, it doesn't really matter where it goes. We're just going to say he throws to first to end the inning. Keep it simple. Side retired. 2-1 Pirates as we go to the 3rd. And Rick Roden, who's a pretty good hitter for a pitcher, will step to the plate. He hit .278 in 1986. 90 at-bats. He had a homer and 10 runs driven in. One of the things I noticed on Inside Pitches cards, it's kind of backwards to me, is they've got the RBIs listed in front of the home runs. Usually when you see a stat line on a player, it's always home runs followed by RBI. I don't know why that's backwards. You'd have to ask Chris. Not that, it doesn't really matter. It's just a little thing I noticed. But, it's not any big deal. It's just the way he decided to do it. Not sure why he decided to do it that way, but he did. It's his game. He can do what he wants. All right, here's Rick Roden. 1-5. That's a straight-up home run chance. 13, though, is too high for Roden's home run. So Roden not able to take advantage of the meatball pitch by Jamie Moyer, but he will swing. 3-6 is going to ground to third. So 1 down. And that'll bring, wrong side. Helps to have the right team up there, doesn't it? Jamie Moyer can't pitch to himself. All right, here's Barry Bonds with 1 out, and the base is clear. He grounded to third his first time up. 6-6 is a home run question mark against a lefty, 1-9, but that fails. So Bonds will not get a chance at a home run, but he will swing. 2-1, fly to left. That's 2 down. 2 down. And that brings up Mike Brown. Pirates want to know what Brown can do for them. He struck out his first time. 4-2. Might strike out again. 15, though, is too high. Go to Brown. 1-6. Question mark 8 goes to a 12. That's a 3. That's a base hit from Mike Brown. Brown, a 2-out single. And let's check his attempt. He's got an attempt of 2. And that's a 1, so he would get a chance to steal if he would like. He's an 8, plus the 1 there is a 9. And then Moreland's a 0. It'll be a 1-9. They're going to call off the steal on a 1-9. It's less than 50%, so they're not going to try it. Here's Johnny Ray. Moyer to Ray, 1-4. Blank. We go to Johnny Ray. 2-6. It's a star 1, which is a ground ball to second. And since that's a 3rd out, no need to worry about a double play or anything. It's just going to end the inning. Nothing for the Pirates here in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 2-1 Buccos. And Jamie Moyer will lead off. (1-5) strikeout chance. 20 is too high. Moyer will not strike out. He will swing. 2-4 ground star 6, which is a fly to right. 1 down. Back to the top of the order for Chico Walker. He singled and scored. First time up, he singled, went to third on Sandberg, singled, and scored on the double play ball by Palmeiro. 2-1 is a walk chance. 18 is too high. We go to Chico. 3-6, star 1. That is a ground ball to second. 2 up and 2 down to start the 3rd inning. Here's Ryan Sandberg. Roden. 1-3 is the ballpark card. So we bring in Wrigley Field again and see what happens on the ballpark card. That was a 1. Was that a 1-3 or a 2-3? I thought I said 1-3, but it might have been 2-3. Now I'm going to pick up the dice. Now I can't figure out what it was. So you know what? We're going to shoe that and just re-roll the dice because I screwed it up. I said 1-3. I looked at 2-3. So I'm not sure what the dice were, and I can't go back and change and go back and look at it. So I picked the dice up too quick. So we have to re-roll. That's an oops. 5-3, and 5-3 is a strikeout chance. 17 is too high. We go to Sandberg. So if I messed it up, I messed it up. 3-2 is a star 1, which is a ground ball to second to end the inning. So if I took a potential hit away from Sandberg because I didn't go to the ballpark, I apologize. I was just too quick on the draw to pick up those dice when I shouldn't have. And I said one thing and probably rolled another thing, and that screwed everything up. So we go to the 4th. It'll be Jim Morrison. Leading things off, he singled his first time up and then was caught stealing. So Moyer's had a caught stealing and has also picked a runner off. 3-1 strikeout chance, and he got him. So Morrison out on strikes. And that'll bring up Diaz. 6-2 blank. We go to Diaz. 4-4 on Diaz, and that's against the lefty. It's a single past the pitcher. So Mike Diaz is aboard. He will single. And that's going to bring up Tony Pena. Tony Pena. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Moyer, 3-3, walk plus or super walk, whatever you want to call it. And that will be a walk. That's an 11. The 10 makes it 21. So even though that's a 20, it will still be a walk. So runners are now at first and second with 1 out. Pirates looking to extend the lead, and here comes Sid Bream. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Moyer to Bream. 5-5, that's a blank. We go to Bream. 3-2, that's a fly to right. That's out number 2. The question is, can Diaz make it to third? We shall see. Diaz runs at a 3. The right fielder arm is Palmeiro. He's a 0. So let's check the chart. To go from second to third on a fly to right, you subtract 1, so that would make him a 2, and the arm is a 0. So a 1 to 2, and he'll make it to third base. And he does not. He has to hold. So he will hold. Ball was not deep enough, and Rafael Belliard stepped to the plate with 2 outs, looking for a big 2-out hit. He flew to center his first chance. 1-4 is a blank. We go to Belliard. 1-6, ground ball to short, and since it's already 2 outs, we're just going to say that's a 6-3 ground out. They're just going to throw to first for the easy play, and the inning is over. So that takes care of the Pirates here in the top of the 4th, and Moyer escapes further damage. Could have been a lot worse, obviously. And leading off for the Cubs will be Rafael Palmeiro. He hit into that double play in the first inning. Kind of killed the Cubs rally and held them to 1 run. 1-6, and it would be a single, but he's not tired. Palmeiro, 4-2 is a ground ball to second. 1 away is Johnny Ray. Throws to Bream, 1 down for catcher Keith Moreland. Roden, 2-2. That's a split chance. It is a strikeout chance. 18, though, way too high for that. Moreland will swing. 5-5 is going to fly to right. 2 down. 2 up and 2 down for the Bull, Leon Durham. He flew to left his first chance. 3-3, that's a blank. We go to Durham. 2-4, that's a ground ball right back to Roden to end the inning. So an easy 4th inning for Rick Roden. And we go to the 5th. It's still 2-1 Buccos here from Wrigley Field. And Rick Roden will lead things off for the Bucks. Grounded to third his first chance. 6-5. It's a hit by pitch chance. He's a 0, but Moyer's a +8, but the 11's going to miss, so no hit by pitch. Roden will swing. 6-6. It's a fly to left. 1 down. 1 away. Order flips over to Barry Bonds. Bonds is grounded to third and flew to left. 4-6 strikeout chance, and this time he will strike out. 2 down as Bonds with the whiff brings up Mike Brown. And Brown struck out and singled. 1 for 2. 1-4 is a blank. We go to Brown. 6-6 star 4. That is a ground ball to short. That's going to end the inning rather quickly. Moyer pitching surprisingly well. He's settled down. Both pitchers have, actually. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's just 2-1. I thought there'd be more runs than this, but both pitchers have other ideas. Here's the Sarge, Gary Matthews. He will lead off. He struck out his first chance. 6-5. That's a range play at the park. So it's a range play at Wrigley Field. 1-5. That's a ground ball in front of the plate to Tony Pena. Pena's range as a catcher is a 5. It's the best you can have. So anything other than a 6, and Matthews will be out. And he is. It's going to go 2-3 on the ground. A little dribbler in front of the plate. But Pena pounced on it easily for out number 1. So 1 down, and that brings up third baseman Manny Kingston Trio. Roden 1-6. He's not tired, so no single. 6-6 against a righty. That's a ground ball back to Roden. So 2-3 ground out and a 1-3 ground out to start the bottom of the 5th. It's going to bring up Schwan Dunston. 3-4, and that's a possible error on a ground ball. 2-5, and that's a fly to center. No ground ball error to worry about. It's just going to be a 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the 6th. Still 2-1 Pirates. Hanging on to that lead, 2-1. Let's see here. The Pirates have sent 20 batters to the plate. Moore can face 25, so he's still good. Roden can face 30, so he's definitely still good. He's only faced 17, so he's definitely fresh and good to go. Here's Johnny Ray. Homered in the first, and then grounded to second into third. 2-6 is a blank. We go to Johnny Ray. 5-5, question mark 9. Against the lefty, only goes to 2. That's an 11. So against a righty, he would have doubled, but against a lefty, he simply flies to right. Palmeiro puts it away, 1 away. For Jim Morrison. Morrison singled, was caught stealing, and then also struck out. 6-5, that's a hit by pitch chance. He's a 5 plus the 8's a 13. So he will be plunked. So Jamie Moyer said, "Touch me, babe," and he touched him with that hit by pitch as he gave that to Jim Morrison. And people can be strange, and he was strange there. All right, here is strategy roll. Nothing happening. Sid Breen, infield halfway for the double play. 4-1's a blank. We go to Sid Breen. 6-2 is a ground ball to second, possible double play. He's a 3 plus 1. Make it a 4 there. Halfway makes it a 5. The pivot, Dunston, his pivot is a 0. So anything other than a 6, it's a double play. It's a 4-6-3 double play, turned nicely by Sandberg and Dunston to end the inning. And Moyer has tossed 6 solid innings, only giving up 2 runs, just not getting any run support from his side of the house. Bottom of the 6th we go, still 2-1. Moyer is set to lead off, but they need offense. So they're going to, with all the bench players and bullpen players they got, they're going to go ahead and start using some of those. And we'll get a pinch hitter for Jamie Moyer. And the pinch hitter will be, let's see who they want to go to. They got a whole lot of guys on the bench that they could turn to. They are going to go to Jerry Mumphrey. Jerry Mumphrey, switch hitter, but he's much better against righties, so they're going to use him now. So Mumphrey, the pinch hitter, against Rick Roden. 2-5, strikeout chance, 15 too high. Mumphrey. 2-1, ground ball to second, and Mumphrey is retired. 1 away. And, of course, the Cubs will need a new pitcher in the 7th. So that's going to bring up Chico Walker. 6-3 is he's a switch hitter batting left, so that's a blank. Go to Walker's card. 6-2 is a ground ball to first. Bream is there. Take it to the bag himself. Easy play. 2 up, 2 down for Ryan Sandberg. 6-6. That's a strikeout plus on Sandberg, but he won't get him because that's a 20. It would be a 17, but that's a 20. So Sandberg fights it off and gets to swing. 5-5, but he lines it hard right to Johnny Ray. So he hit it hard, but right to Johnny Ray to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Rick Rhoden. And we go to the top of the 7th, 2-1 Pirates. And we need a new pitcher for the Cubs. Coming up for the Pirates is Pena, Bream, and Belliard, right, left, right. So it pretty much doesn't matter who you bring in at this point. It's bring in probably the best who you feel like you're the best you have. And their bullpen is RJL would say is meh. So it's going to be Dave Gumpert. He's got the best ERA of the right-handers. I want to bring a right-hander in. So Gumpert it is. And this could be a mistake. Bringing in a reliever and not having Moyer who's pitching well, but I wanted the offense, so that's why I did it. Good or bad or indifferent. All right, here's Tony Payne to start the 7th. 2-1 Pirates against Gumpert. 4-6 ballpark card going to Wrigley Field. And Tony Pena will take a hack at Wrigley Field. So 4-2, that is a home run to the pull side. Against a righty, that's a 6. That's a 17. It will fail. It's a fly to left. So when you fail a home run chance on the ballpark card, you do not go to the batter card. It's just an out. Unless it's a range play, then it's possibly not an out. But otherwise, it's an out. So Tony Pena flies out number 1. That's the difference between a home run chance on a pitcher card versus the ballpark card. Pitcher card home run, the batter still gets a chance. Ballpark home run card that fails, he's out. Here's Mike Diaz. Actually, no, not Diaz. Should be Sid Bream. Where's my Sid Bream card? I had Sid Bream backwards for some reason. I don't know why. Sid Bream is your batter. He's the one that follows Pena. When I use these guys for base runs, just throwing my order off. That's what's throwing me off. Good thing I keep score. Here's Bream. 4-5, and that's a range play. I think it's the first range play we've had. Here's Sid Bream, other than the one to the catcher. 6-4, and that's a ground ball to second. It's a range check on Ryan Sandberg. And Sandberg's range is a 4. It's a 4 for his range. And it gets through for a base hit. Sid Bream singles past the diving Ryan Sandberg. Couldn't get to it. And that'll put on Rafael Belliard. Kind of interesting how both these guys 5 years later would be with the Braves in the World Series. Bream and Belliard. All right. Strategy roll. Gumpert. Nothing happening. 2-3. That is a strikeout chance. 14 is too high. Belliard will swing. 6-1. Question mark 8. And like I said, against a righty, that's a 20. That's a triple. So against a right-hander, he will triple. How about that? An RBI triple for Rafael Belliard. Brings in Sid Bream, and the Pirates strike an unlikely source, an RBI triple from Rafael Belliard. And now the Cubs are going to have to bring the infield in with 1 out and Rick Rhoden the batter. So Belliard runs at a 3 by bringing the infield in. You drop him to a 1. So any ground ball he will have to hold. Strategy roll to make sure nothing's happening. It's not. So Gumpert to Rhoden. 5-1. That's back to Wrigley Field. We're at the ballpark again. We get a 2-3, and that's a single plus to right field, so Belliard will score automatically. Rhoden with a single has a chance to extend it to a double. It is to right field. Right fielder Arm Palmeiro is a 0. So it's a 1 to get there. 6, he's going to be out. Anything 2 to 5, he holds. Oh, he's going to hold at first base. So Rick Rhoden, RBI single. And it is now 4-1. And that's going to be it for Mr. Gumpert. He was not the answer, obviously. So with Barry Bonds coming up, they will go to a lefty out of the pen. And that left-hander will be... Boy, who do they want to go to here out of the bullpen? Their next guy that has the best ERA is Guy Hoffman. Like I said, their bullpen is not much to speak of. Other than maybe Lee Smith. He's the only one that's halfway decent. So Hoffman is in and will be facing Barry Bonds. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing happening. Hoffman 5-2 against a left-hander. That is a walk plus or a super walk. So Rick Rhoden will move to second as Barry Bonds draws the walk, practicing for all those walks he'd get later in his career in the 2000s. So first and second, still only one out. And Mike Brown, the batter. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Cubs need a double play. 2-1 is against a right-hander, it's a blank. So go to Brown. 6-3 is a ground ball to short. They might get that double play. Ground ball to short, he's a 2. +1 there is a 3. They were halfway, makes it a 4. The pivot Sandberg is a 0. So it's a 1-4 for a double play. And they get it. So it's a double play to end the inning. Finally. So it's going to go 6-4-3 as they get Brown to hit into the double play. But they do score 2 runs to do some damage. And as we go to the bottom of the 7th, it is the Pirates 4 and the Cubs 1. And it's 7th inning stretch time. I will be right back, and we'll be ready for the 7th inning stretch. Okay, we're back. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Free to stand up and sing along with Take Me Out to the Ball Game. All right, 7th inning stretch is in the books, and now Rafael Palmeiro will lead off against Rick Rhoden here in the bottom of the 7th of a 4-1 game. 1-4 for Rhoden's a strikeout, but 15 is too high. Palmeiro's card, 5-2. He's going to double to right field, so how about that? Rafael Palmeiro strokes a double to lead off the bottom of the 7th, and the Cubs need base runners. He's aboard. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Here is Rhoden to Moreland. 3-4, and that is an error on a grounder, possibly. Moreland. 3-3 is a fly to left, so no error to worry about at all. Palmeiro on a -3, no ball hit the left field, so he cannot move up. Left fielder arm. Diaz is a 0, so it would be a -1, so he cannot move up. It's simply going to be a fly to left field for 1 out. And that's going to send up the bull, Leon Durham. 20, so chance of a pickoff, balk 1-4, pickoff 5-8. That's a 3. He balks. So Rick Rhoden will balk Palmeiro to third. So he's at third with only 1 out. They're going to play the infield back with a 3-run lead. No sense playing in. So they'll give up the run to get the out. 3-2, and that is a automatic out, star line. 3-2 is a star line. The out is a fly to left, so we'll have to see if it's a sacrifice fly or not. His sacrifice fly rating is a 2. It will not be on that case. 2 running rating for Palmeiro, and left fielder Diaz is a 0. So a 1-2, he can come in on sacrifice fly that way. It's a 6. So possibly going to be out here. Let's look at the base running chances here. Now let's look at the new rules on the sacrifice fly opportunities. Let's see here. All right. So we go to this chart here with the outfield arm, which is a 0. So a 4-6, the runners are going to hold. 1-3. Possible somebody's out. So 4-6, he will hold. That's a 1, so we're going now with a 1. With the 1, we're checking the third die over here. So a 1, the lead runner advances. 2 to 5, the lead runner is thrown out. So he needs a 1 to score. Anything else, he's going to be thrown out. He is thrown out. Double play. What a bad base running boner move that was from Palmeiro. It's going to be a 7 and then a 7-2 double play. Didn't need that when you're down by 3 runs, but that's just the way it worked out. And hopefully I did that correctly. Like I said, some of those, once in a while, some of those things can be a little confusing, but anyway, that's just the way it worked out. It's 4-1. We go to the 8th. Hoffman will stay in there. Can face 7 batters. He's only faced 2, so he will stay in there. Johnny Ray leading off the 8th. 4-3, and that is a switch hitter batting right. That's a blank. We'll go to Johnny Ray. 6-5, single to right field. So Johnny Ray with the leadoff single. He's 2 for 4. And now with the score being a 3-run difference and only 2 innings left, no strategy roll to worry about. Next hitter up is Jim Morrison. Hoffman, 5-1. Home run question mark against a right-hander, 1-5, but that fails. So we'll go to Morrison. 6-4 to Morrison. He's going to pop it to short, 1 down. So escapes there. 1 down for Diaz. I wonder if they should bring in a right-hander at this point. I think they will. So they're going to pull Hoffman, and they're going to bring in a right-hander out of the bullpen. And it's going to be Jay Baller. So Jay Baller is on to face these right-handed hitters. Baller, 4-5. And first time he comes in, he gives up a home run possibility straight up. That's a 1. It is gone. Kaboom! Mike Diaz greets Mr. Baller with a home run. 2-run shot, and it is now 6-1 Pirates as they have blown this thing pretty much wide open. Pretty much wide open. That was maybe not the best move to bring in Jay Baller, but what are you going to do now? You might as well stick with him. 3-3, possible error on a ground ball. 6-2, it's a ground ball to third, so it is a possible error. Trio, his error rating at third base is an 11. That's a 10, so it's an error. It's a boot. Trio boots it, so second error of the game on the Cubbies. And they're just falling apart. And that'll bring up Sid Bream. Baller, I think, the sacrificial lamb at this point. 6-4, blank to a lefty. Go to Bream. 5-2, ground fly ball to center field. That's going to be out number 2. 2 down, that brings up Belliard. Had that big 2-run triple his last time up to kind of help blow the game open. 1-4 is a walk chance, but 20 is too high. We'll go to Belliard. 6-2, star 2 is a ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. So that's going to do it for the Pirates. But damage done, 2 runs. We go to the bottom of the 8th. I think it's all for Baller. Bottom of the 8th. And actually, Roden can still keep going. He can face 30 batters. He's only faced 23. So they're going to leave him in there. Matthews is your scheduled hitter. Going to go ahead and let him stay in there. Roden to Matthews. 2-6, ball 1 on the wild pitch there. Try again with Roden. 4-3. That's the ballpark card. We're going to Wrigley Field again for the Sarge. 6-1, single to pass second base. So Gary Matthews, leadoff single. We'll bring up Manny Trio. 3-5, that is a range play. 2-2, that's a star 4, which is a ground ball to first. Being halfway, knocks the range down by 1 of Bream. He has a 5, he now drops to a 4. See if he can get to that. He does not, he gets by him. It's a failed range play. Failed range play on a ground ball to first. So let's see what we got here for a failed range play. That means it's going to be a S3. So to get from first to third, it's 2 through 6. Matthews will get third base. So Trio sneaks it past Bream. And there's 2 on, nobody out for Dunston. Then we'll get a pinch hitter coming up for Baller. So Roden now facing Dunston. Infield double play depth. They'll give it the run to get an out. 4-1. Strikeout plus on Dunston. That will get him. 1 down. Big strikeout there. 1 away, and now we got a pinch hitter for the Cubs. It'll be Thad Bosley. So Thad Bosley will pinch hit for the pitcher, Rick Roden. 4-2. Strikeout chance. 7's going to get him. Bosley gone. 2 down. Back-to-back strikeouts from Rick Roden. So he tries to pitch out of this, and here's Chico Walker. 6-2. Strikeout chance. 11. Got him. He comes back to strike out the side to end the inning. How about that, folks? What a job by Rick Roden. He took care of business. He did some TCBing right there and got it done. So we go to the 9th, and Rick Roden's a scheduled leadoff hitter, so they will go ahead and cap Roden at 8 innings. No sense pushing the envelope there. Cubs need a pitcher in this 6-2 game. You wouldn't normally use Lee Smith, you wouldn't think, but what the heck, we may as well. Why not? And the pinch hitter for the Pirates will be, who do they want to use here? They're going to use R.J. Reynolds. So Reynolds will pinch hit for Roden. Roden's going to go 8 innings and almost certainly get the win, unless something catastrophic happens. Lee Smith to R.J. Reynolds, top of the 9th, 6-1 Pirates. 3-2, and that is a strikeout chance. 9 got him. So R.J. Reynolds out on strikes. That will bring up Barry Bonds. 6-4, that's a blank. We go to Bonds. 3-5, and that is against a right-hander, is a ground ball to second. So that's out number 2. So 2 down. They've kept Bonds in check the whole game, but not everybody else. Here's Mike Brown. 3-3, that's a blank to a righty. Go to Mike Brown. 1-3, question mark 9 against a right-hander, goes to 12. That's a 3. It's a single for Mike Brown. 2-out single for Mike Brown, and that'll bring up Johnny Ray. Again, no strategy roll to worry about. 1-3, it's a walk plus to a switch hitter batting left, so he will walk him. And all of a sudden, Lee Smith can't get that 3rd out. 1st and 2nd now with 2 down for Jim Morrison. Smith, 5-1, possible error. Morrison, 1-3, fly to left, and that's a 3. And we already know in left field, Gary Matthews has an error rating of 14. So that will be an error. It will be an error. We'll check the failed error check on the chart and see what we got for an error. Failed error on an E7, or fly to left rather, is a number 3. It says drop ball. Fly ball dropped if error check fails, and that D20 is odd, which it was. Less than 2 outs, roll 1D6 versus base runner of, if roll is higher, blah, blah, blah. With 2 outs, roll 1D6 versus base runner of runners on if roll is higher than the base runner rating advance 2 bases only, otherwise 3 bases. Wow. All right, the base runner rating Brown is a 2. That's a 4, so he cannot advance more than what it says here. But with 2 outs, they do get 2 bases. So Brown will score. Ray will take 3rd. Morrison will get to 2nd on the E7, a 2-base error. I hope I'm doing that right. E7, 2-base error. That will score Brown, and Ray takes 3rd. That is error number 3 on the Cubbies. And Lee Smith's like, why are you putting me out here? Why do I have to sit through all of this? All right, here's Diaz. 4-3, that's the ballpark card, going back to Wrigley Field. 1-6 is a single pass 3rd, so Ray will score. Check on Morrison, a single pass 3rd to score from 2nd base. On an S5, you need a 5 or a 6. He's a 3 with 2 outs, makes him only a 4, so he will have to hold. But Diaz with an RBI single. 2 more runs for the Pirates. They now lead it 8-1. And even bringing in Lee Smith doesn't seem to be the answer. Lee Smith now is actually tired, but they're going to leave him in there. Face Pena. 5-4 strikeout chance, and he will finally get him. That is a 6. So he does strike him out to end the inning, mercifully. And we go to the bottom of the 9th here at Wrigley. Definitely no drama anymore. It's 8-1, although RJL does say the game is never over in inside pitch, but this would be kind of stretching it. Pirates will go to their pen, and they will bring on Jimmy Wynn. Right-hander Jim Wynn will be on. Try to clean this up and get this over with for the Pirates so they can move on. Sandberg will lead it off. Bottom of the 9th, 8-1 Buccos. And all this started when I took the starting pitcher out, Moyer. That's, so you can second guess that, I guess, all you want. 1-6 is a possible error on a ground ball. Sandberg, 1-6 again is a pop to short. 1 away, so no error to worry about. Pop to short. Another thing that's hurt the Cubs is they've made 3 errors. The Pirates have made none. There's Palmeiro. 4-6 from Wynn is a strikeout chance. 7, not going to get him. Palmeiro will swing. 2-5 for Palmeiro. Question mark 8. It goes to 17, but that's a 20. That's the kind of day it's been for the Cubbies. That will just be a long fly to center. Hauled in by Bonds. 2 down, and the last chance is Keith Moreland. 6-3, strikeout chance, and what a way to end it with a 1. That's going to do it. There's your final score right there, 8-1. Favor the Pirates. I'll total up the hits real quick. In fact, I'll pause the video and come back and give you the totals. Okay, the gory details for the Pirates. 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors. For the Cubs, 1 run, 5 hits, and 3 errors. Winning pitcher Rick Rhoden, losing pitcher Jamie Moyer, and of course, no save with the score being 8-1. So hopefully next Saturday we'll be back on track for my live stream, but I did have, like I said, a prior commitment for this for tomorrow, or today as you're watching it. I'm recording it Friday evening around 6 o'clock. So, but I will get this uploaded and have it where it premieres so you can come in and chat. And if I get a chance, I will stop by the chat. I may or may not be able to do that depending on what's going on. But anyway, that's the alternate opportunity there for this kind of game, because I didn't have my normal setup due to the fact that my printer has bombed. I do have a new printer ordered. It's supposed to arrive on Sunday. Very economical price of $70 from Target. It was regular like $120. But they had a sale on it for an Epson, I believe it was XP 4105 or something like that. I forget the model number. It's a very basic printer. So I just need something to be able to print my stuff out. And if I want to get a PDF of extra players on some of these games, I need to print those out as well. So I don't do a lot of printing, but I do enough that I need a printer. So hopefully that will come in on Sunday and everything will be back to copacetic. Next Friday as well, I hope to be doing the Buffalo Bees back in action. And sometime during the week on Wednesday, I'm assuming on one-off Wednesday, I'll be doing Pine Tar Baseball. Not sure what I thought about doing Milwaukee, California from 1982, but I'm already doing California 86 on the ALCS for 1986. So I may switch off and do another team. I might just keep it that way. I don't know what I'm going to do. Haven't decided yet. We'll figure it out when it gets here. So I hope you all are having a good Saturday, enjoying some college football or whatever you got going on your Saturday. And that'll do it from here from Wrigley Field. Final score, Pirates 8, Cubs 1. And until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.